What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. It's episode number 50. Lots to get through today as we hit 50 episodes of the save. Our first games in Europe with Olympique Lyonnais kicking off our league phase campaign in the Europa League, starting with the German champions in season 1, I think it is, Wolfsburg at the Groupama Stadium, and more big games in Ligue 1 after a really good start to the season. 4 wins in our first 5 games and 13 points taken. Hopefully today we'll be able to go top of the table. So yeah, loads to get through today. We'll crack on with our first game. It is Wolfsburg at home in our European debut with our new team Lyonnais. Allez, Lyon. And I would like to say, as the episode gets underway, thank you so much for helping us reach 50 episodes in the save. It's a great milestone to hit, of course, and I really appreciate you guys being with me from the very beginning, our first season with Sunderland, all the way through to our treble-winning campaign last year, and now our 6th season, our first with a new team. It's been a great career mode so far, man. Absolutely loving it. It's been a really fun save. This is the next chapter, and hopefully you guys will still be with me all the way through to the very end. And that won't be for a while, though, I'm sure. Still a long way to go in this adventure, as we're only just getting going with our new team, Lyon. But thank you for the support so far. I missed the days when I did YouTube full-time, obviously. I missed the days where when I'd hit 50 or 100, I could make a special, sometimes hour-long video, really long video, as the milestone gets hit. But as I said before, I work a full-time job now. YouTube is just for fun. I haven't got the time for that, unfortunately. One day it's a dream of mine to return to doing YouTube full-time. I'd certainly be reliant on donations to do that, but for now we'll persist and we shall continue enjoying it all the way. As Wolfsburg score an incredible goal. What an enjoyable first goal of episode number 50. But not scored, conceded. That was incredible. That is an incredible goal from Patrick Wimmer, and not the start we wanted to our European campaign. I said it when the fixtures were drawn. This is a tough set of fixtures, man. I do think we should be able to qualify at least via the playoffs, but oh, Diawara, wonderfully done, easy leveler after getting around the man. Top 8 is going to be hard to do. Starting off with a loss, we can't afford that. It's worth pointing out, this is our first season of the save playing in the Europa League. Because with Sunderland, we won the Conference League in Season 3, but if you remember, we bypassed this competition by finishing top 4, qualifying for the Champions League, and then of course we won it last season in our final year with the Black Cats. And there's only one manager in world football that has won the Conference League. Oh! Yes, go on Tracy! The Europa League and the Champions League. And you know who it is, they don't call him a special one for no reason. The great Jose Mourinho. I'd love to say, move over mate, you've got company, if we go all the way and win it this season. But Tracy heads in the rebound, still waiting for our second free kick goal of the save. I'd like to say it's a really clever assist from Frederick, but instead it's very lucky. I don't know if I've actually won the Conference League, the Europa League and the Champions League all together in one save before. I think I might have done it 2 years ago in my Luton Town career mode. That header's going to be easily caught by Incambadio, and that'll do it for the night. But yeah, 2 years ago I did a career of Luton. I know I won the Conference League first. I still remember the goal in the Conference League final, a header I scored with Duke. Love Duke. And then we won the Champions League, just like we did with Sunderland. And I can't remember if I won the Europa League with Milan or Sociedad in my next 2 teams. I'm not sure, but whether we did or didn't, we do have a chance this season with Lyon. Perfect start to the league phase. Had to come from behind to get the win, but a winning start to our European campaign. And speaking of winning things, following game, this is going to be really fun. We've got some great fixtures coming today, and this might be the best of the lot. It is Strasbourg at home. Both teams right now have identical records, 4 wins and a draw in their first 5 games. 2 of only 4 teams undefeated in the first few fixtures, and a top 2 clash between 2 sides who I would say are dark horses for a Ligue 1 title this season. PSG the favourites, I think them probably Marseille, but you can't rule out us or Strasbourg either. A big early title clash here between 2 dark horses. Allez Lyon. That celebration that's done at full-time whistle, by the way, by the Lyon fans, is called the Viking clap, or the Viking thunder clap, I think actually it's called, or the it's a clap celebration basically, and it was popularised, I believe, first by Iceland in the Euros in 2016, and I remember that campaign very well. Oh, great save to keep it at 0-0, because Iceland actually knocked out my country, England. in one of our most disappointing European campaigns in my lifetime, really. And the Icelandic fans at that Euros were a testament to football fans everywhere, to be fair. They were brilliantly behaved at that competition, but also they were really passionate, and their nation, of course, did so well. But yeah, several teams adopted the clap after that. And again, I think it was Iceland who originated, Fafana, what a missed a chant. I'm not sure if it actually came from anywhere before that, but I know it was definitely popularised by Iceland at the Euros. But the thing is, I don't think Lyon do it after every game. I don't think they do it in real life. Maybe they do it after big games, but I'm not sure they do it after every game. Yeah, I'll have to look this up, but I'm not sure they do it after every game. If they do, then that's fair enough, but I thought it was just for special wins, you know, like big victories in the cup, or what a finish, or Derby Day victories. And this would be a big win if we were to get it, but if we are to win it, just like against Wolfsburg on Thursday night, I'd have to come from behind. Amuga was just stroked in that ball to the bottom corner, and there is something about finishers that hit with zero power and all precision. There is nothing my keeper can do about that when it is literally right in the very corner. What a goal. Yep, unless you're Stretch Armstrong, you ain't getting any gloves on that. That is right in the corner. It's first blood to the visitors in a meeting between these two dark horses for the league and title. Like we said in the last episode, haven't got to win League this year, haven't got to win anything this year, but I do want to be back in next year's Champions League. Just make sure we don't drop out of Europe, that is the most important thing, but I'll be disappointed if we don't finish top 4 this year. And again, don't forget, left you in suspense there, hold on. Don't forget that 4th will be a qualifier for a Champions League place. Oh, great flick. Better finish. But it means we'll still have the chance, and top 3 puts us straight in the league phase next season. That's my target, man. Doesn't need to be top 1, but top 3. It's been 23 seasons since Lyon last won a Ligue 1 title back in 2008. I don't think we're ready to get it back in the cabinet just yet. We'll definitely challenge for it, there's no doubt about that. We've got the team to do that, but to be sitting top of the pile coming the end of the campaign in our first season of a rebuild, we'll do very well to do that. A 1-1 draw against Strasbourg, a dark horse for a title themselves. I'll take that. At least we stay unbeaten. And that's what I think this season, our best shot of silverware might be in this competition. Yeah, not domestically with a Ligue 1 or a Coupe de France due to PSG's strength, but in the Europa League, where we won't have to face them. Following game, matchday 2, staying in the Groupama Stadium, FC Midtjylland here in Lyon. Right, second half underway. It's been a really poor game so far, still 0-0. Nice to see that it's not a country problem, but whenever I'm playing in the rain, I'm always going to struggle for good gameplay. I just really struggle, man. I said before, the weather effects being in the game, it's a great new feature from EA. They added in, I think it was last year. Was it the year before? Was it I think it was last year. But I have mentioned before that on top level pitches, like we would have here at the Groupama Stadium, it's just a bit exaggerated. Like, unless the grass is super long, it's not going to be held up like this, unless it's torrential downpour, like absolutely like biblical levels of rain. And it is wet out there, don't get me wrong, but I don't think it'll be this bad. There's Fabre, rocket! Says sod the rain, give me the ball and I'll make it rain. This kid is unbelievable, and I tell you, man, we might be very early into our time here with Lyon, but Barreau was really good, Norton was really good, we were excited about Arias. This guy might beat the lot of them for the best youth player in the state. Receives the ball 22 yards, skips round 1, and from a tight angle with the weaker left foot, he's the real deal. That's all I'm going to say. I think every goal we've scored so far, bar 1, he's scored or assisted it. Man is unbelievable. And one-man team, it's been a long time since I had a true one-man team. I have to say, with this Lyon side right now, if we didn't have Frederick, we would not have made the start we have so far. Leading by 1 here. Just too smooth. Too smooth. That low centre of gravity. No one could take the ball off him. Good save. And, little scramble there, and then off Fabre's chest and behind for a goal kick. But just Yeah, I said next big thing in French football, forget that. Next big thing in world football. At the start of the season, I gave the armband to Tessman. Long term, I'm not sure who would take it, but based on this start, yeah, I'm already thinking maybe Freddie. I mean, I'm old school. I don't believe in giving the captain's armband to a new signing. I just don't think that's the right thing to do. The player's got to earn the stripes over time. But already, in just a couple of months, he's earning his place as a certified wonder kid. It is another win, and once again, we've got double F to thank. He is a one-man team right now. I think in certain cases, it is fair enough to give the captain's armband to a new recruit, especially when they're like, well, global stars. But for now, Tessman was a natural choice. But in 12 months' time, if the American goes, I know he'll be taking over that armband. Following game to see if he can keep his run going. Next up, Stade Reims away, as we aim to stay unbeaten and trying to go top of the table here with a big 3 points. I think there are certain cases where a player could go into a new team and say to the manager, give me the armband, like I'll sort out what is a mess I'm walking into here. But I think if they're going to do that, they need some time being spent as a leader already, maybe their former team, maybe on national level, having experience in certain areas. Frederick, that is a shocking goal conceded. Frederick hasn't got that yet, but he will over the course of the season. But goodness gracious, what an awful opening goal that is to concede. And the rock solid defence we had at the start of the season is now looking a little flimsy. That's another game where we'll fail to keep a clean sheet. That'll be our 3rd in 4. And I think 4th in 6 as well. So yeah, not a great run defensively here. Right, not conceding any more than 1 goal a game at the moment. Well, as things stand, but it's still got to pick up. As that ball will find Tracy. And great dribbling from the New Zealand striker. Just couldn't keep the shot down. Ooh, Fofana goes down. And there is our first injury of the season. Based on the animation, it's almost definitely just going to be a bruise. But for those curious, the sliders are still on 95 for frequency. But all I can get really just a couple of bruises per season. And I'm telling you, it's not a slider issue, it's an EA issue, man. They've got to change that, EA. It's really a immersion and realism breaking, man. I've given EA a lot of props this season and a lot of credit where credit has been due, because they have made some good changes to career mode and with the gameplay as well. But that is one thing which nobody requested, nobody wanted, and it's really, really breaking the immersion and the realism, man. Nobody wanted that. If you didn't want to have injuries in your career mode, you can configure that when you're setting the career mode up to turn injuries off. Or if you want, you can do it via the sliders and turn down the frequency to 0 or 1 or whatever it would be. So why did they take the injuries out? Naturally. We've got frequency on 95 and we're still not getting injuries. Like, why have they done that? What, so in FC27 they can say new to career mode this year? Injuries? It's like, no, you took it out. Like, no one wanted you to take injuries out. Oh, so frustrating, man. That's the thing with EA that annoys me. I don't mind if there's like bugs or glitches when they try a new thing, but when they do things like that, it just breaks away the realism for no reason. It's almost like they make the game worse on purpose. I had this theory for a while that sometimes they make the game worse on purpose. Oh, Frederick, I should have controlled it in order to funnel people through to Ultimate Team. It's a fear I've had for a while and I stand by it as well. I think they purposefully neglect and wreck this game mode at times to want to try and funnel people into playing UT. That's my opinion. I've had that for a while now and I stand by it too. Yeah, always just a bruise for Fofana, so we'll be okay. And actually, I lied to you. It wasn't 95, it was 94. Oh dear. That's why I'm not getting injuries. It was 1 lower than I thought it was. But you know what? I'm going to bump it up to 97. I'll bump it up to 97 and see if it makes any kind of difference. And I'll increase the severity to 55 as well. But we'll see. We'll see. Again, it's not the problem with the severity. We're just not getting injuries, period. But right, following game on the back of that loss there to Stade Reims. Like I said, we were going to lose at some point. We weren't going to go the whole season undefeated. I knew at some point our luck would run out. And it definitely did there after a very poor performance away. So following contest, back to matters after an international break. Staying with the matters in Ligue 1, but returning home. Nice coming to the Group Hammer Stadium. Let's try and get back to winning ways and stay in the hunt for a title this season. I think when you've played the game as long as I have, you get a good understanding of where the game developers' interests truly lie. And in this regard, we've known it for the best part of a decade, probably over that actually, I would say. And that is what we're team. And it makes sense. It makes sense. EA are a for-profit company. Their goal is to maximise revenue and make as much as possible. It makes sense. It makes sense why they would care more about the team, because it makes them far more money in microtransactions than career mode does as a selling point. But it doesn't make it any more disappointing when they do it like this, you know? Like, just you know, if your fan base just want to play career mode and enjoy it, don't make it harder for them to enjoy the game mode, you know? Like, if you don't want to invest and put a load of money into developing the game mode and making it way better, fair enough, but at least make it acceptable, and don't make it obvious that you're just neglecting and letting the game mode rot, with the occasional tweak here and there. The unexpected events feature is really, really cool. The manager market is really cool, and it does need a bit of tweaking. But yeah, to kind of nuke a lot of things. The patches, for example. Why did they do this? I haven't talked about this recently. With the patches, why have they gone away from the base gameplay that was brilliant but just needed a subtle bit of tweaking? Why have they changed it so much? Everyone was fine with the base gameplay. Everyone liked it. I saw the feedback. I'm a long-term lurker on the subreddit R FIFA Careers. I've seen the posts on social media. People like the gameplay. I like the gameplay. Why did they change it so much when all it needed was just a little bit of tweaking? It's so frustrating. Oh, what a miss that is. Wow, what a sitter. It's difficult for me because, again, as someone who loves football and loves the franchise and has played it for so long now, I just think about how much better I can make it for people if I got the chance to work with EA, but alas, here we are. I guess my chance of that ever happening any time is definitely gone now. As Frederick brings a lovely ball through, and Fofana steps inside. Can he offload? No. Good interception. And needs to get it away. Still 0-0. But these are the games. If we are to be in a title race, don't have to win the title. If we are to be in a title race, we need to win these. Freddie off the crossbar. Recently, I was having a conversation with a friend about draws to celebrities or influencers or social media people, which I guess you can... Oh, Frederick, what a touch. What a finish, Rocket. I guess you can probably describe me as that still. Even though I don't do social media anymore, I'm just not a fan of it at all. I do have Instagram. You can follow me on there if you want. And I do try and respond to the DMs when I get the chance. But social media, I've just completely done away with, and I must say it's done wonders for my mental health as well. Of course I struggle every now and then with the black dog, but for the most part, I have to say, doing away with social media has been one of the best things I've done in the past couple of years. But even if you do describe me as a kind of social media person, or a YouTuber if you will, I was chatting to my mate about recently what the draw is to that person. I've always thought for me it's the passion I have for what I do. I'm never going to be like that great at what I do. I'm never going to be big on YouTube. If I'm being honest here, I don't really want to be. But for me, I just have so much passion for what I do. And one of the favourite comments I get is when people will say, I can tell how much you're enjoying the game. I can tell how much you're enjoying the save, Because whether I get much lower views than before, whether I have as much level of prestige, if you will, on YouTube as before or not, is irrelevant. I'm always going to love making videos. And I just feel like this game could be so much more loved by fans if they actually have people working on it that were passionate about it. I have a theory that the developers of this game mode don't really care about it. As that header goes just over. And that's the problem. You need people that are passionate about it. Yeah, I'm a firm believer that the more passion you have something, the more care, the more attention to detail, the more you'll try to make it the best it can be. Perhaps EA have neglected that over the years. I don't know. I guess I'll never know. But what I do know is that Lyon are back to winning ways with a massive 3 points there. Freddie, once again, already looking like an absolute world star. Not just for Lyon, not just in Ligue 1, not just in European football, but in world football. Right, following contest match day 3, let's jump into it. Is Atalanta. Of course, we thrashed them on the way to winning the Champions League last season with Sunderland 4-0 over 2 legs. Now we take them on with our new team, but they ain't forgot about me. They'll be aiming for revenge here and stopping us for the first time in Europe this season. Back-to-back wins in our first 2 games. Now let's make it 3 on the trot in the Europa League. Allez, Lyon. Slips it through Maldini. Oh, what a save that is by Uncambadio. Just stuck out the left leg in time to turn it behind for a corner. Still 0-0. And a tough start here in Lyon. But like I said, even though we've been winning most of our games to start the season off, they've been very unconvincing. In fact, all the way through so far, we have not won a single game by more than 1 goal. So that goes to show you how difficult this start of the season's been. Don't let the results fool you. It's been a very difficult start as once again, Cambadio bails me out. The world has changed so much in the past 10 years. I fully understand that things will never go back to the way they once were. But there's a reason why I still do this every day. Despite the fact it's not my job anymore, you know. I love it. I love doing this, you know. I love making videos. I love making videos when I was 18 years old and I just started, you know. I loved it when it was my full-time job and I was lucky enough to have it as my profession whilst I was living in my flat. I'd do anything to return to that, but I accept it's not going to happen. But does that mean I'm going to quit? No, of course not, because why did I start in the first place? What helped me turn it into a job? This, the passion for it, the care for it, the love for it, the enjoyment I get from doing it, you know? And I just feel for EA, if they could just hire people that actually cared, that actually, you know, didn't just clock in and clock out and say, yeah, we'll do what we can to make it playable for the next year. But people that said no. Like, there's a huge, you know, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people that are devoted to this game mode. And if you would hire people that realise that and know that and didn't see those people as just numbers, but people, real people that play this game mode, then I guarantee that the quality would pick up massively, massively. Yeah, I'll say it once again, don't let the results fool you. Only 2 wins in our last 5 in all competitions, and this start to our first season with Lyon has been nowhere near as good as our string of results might lead you to believe. Another slip up there, no goals scored again for the second time in 3 games, and our first game we failed to win in Europe. For the following game as well, really looking forward to this. Couple more games today, both in Ligue 1 against really cool opponents. Next up, Paris FC, heading into this one here right now, 3 behind Strasbourg. As we know, Paris FC have got grand ambitions backed by the Bahrainian investment of toppling PSG one day. Well, in the save, definitely a long way off that, but certainly have a chance at an outside shot at top 3 place. That's where we are right now. If we're going to stay there, we need to go on a winning run. Let's start here. Following game, Paris FC. I mean, it's even little things like heading into this game, you would have seen the Paris FC lineup that was shown. The goalkeeper that was shown in the lineup is not their goalkeeper. I think it was Moreira, who we sold to them, I think, that was shown instead of the goalkeeper. Now, it's a little thing. It's not something that is going to completely ruin the game, but, like, all of those things add up. You know, all of those little bugs, little errors, they all add up. And to me, what it is just, like, a lack of care from EA. It's like, you know, they know that bug's in the game. They would have seen that bug on quality testing. You hope. I mean, if they miss something like that, as great save there, keeps it at 0-0, then what are they even doing with their testing time, you know? But instead of fixing it, they just go, leave it. You know, just leave it. It's not the end of the world. But that's not what makes a good game. What makes it a good game is the attention to detail and the willingness to make sure you squash as many bugs as possible. They're going to come up. It's going to happen. But leaving them for years and years and years, sometimes indefinitely, that's what ruins it, you know, because it just shows you they don't care. Corner, 6 to go before the break. Tough start to the game in the French capital. And again, they're just outside the European places to start this season off, and they'll definitely be going for a keep it in play. Oh, Freddie at the far post. Oh, no, it was Sanchez, actually. I saw the blonde hair. I thought it was Freddie. It was Sanchez, that Spanish fullback, getting up. But yeah, they'll definitely go for a top 3 place. I'm excited to see what they do in the next few years, Paris FC, of course, now in the big time, now in Ligue 1, with the Bahrain backing as well. I'm excited to see what they do with PSG, but it's going to be exciting. And I think there is exciting times in French football over the next few years. Well, we know the national team be doing so well for a long time now. I mean, they are one of the global powerhouses of the national team, as we know, but for the league as well. A lot of people think Ligue 1 has lost its prestige over the past 10 years or so, but I must say, I think with the emergence of certain teams, including Paris FC, I'm excited, man. A very exciting time to be a French football fan. Yeah, there's several teams in France that I think could really start to challenge PSG as the years go on now. And parity in the league is always a good thing, as Fabre controls, rolls it in, and there's the opener through the New Zealand forward. But you know, you look at Marseille on the south of France, and they've definitely got a chance to get back to their more successful days. Again, with Paris FC and their Bahrainian backing as well. RC Lens are off to a flyer of a season this year, as we've seen in Ligue 1 as well. A couple of other teams, obviously Monaco, I think as the years go by, are definitely going to start to get back in the Champions League and try and stay there as well. I've always felt because of their tax haven, with more and more footballers becoming incredibly wealthy and going into other business ventures too, that will be a place where they will want to go in time as well for their tax savings. But French football I think could be set for a very exciting next couple of decades, depending on whether the league gets the investment and the coverage it needs as well. Anyway, speaking of investment, he was a player we inherited. Tracy, was that 4th of the year? 1-0. Let's see if we can hold on to this. Kone to Ico Bravo, and now Lopez coming forward, clips it out wide to our former winger Moreira. Lovely first touch to try and get round Malo Gusto, who recovers well. He's so quick, Gusto. So even if he does get beaten, which he often does, which he often does on the defensive end, he's not quite the full package yet defensively. Because of his pace, he's able to get back into play and catch back up quickly as well. But once again, I'm really struggling to play good football at Lyon, man. I knew it was going to be a transitional period for us, and I know the results are the most important thing, but yeah, I am struggling mightily early doors. There's not been a game yet where I've really been on it, and hopefully against Marseille that will change, but yeah, every game so far. In fact, there's only been one game where we scored more than one goal in, and that was in our episode opener today in Europe. There's Tracy to say this will be our second. Tracy, a wonderful turn, what a finish, what a tagger, and Lyon get a huge win away in the French capital, 5th in 9 games, and the 3 points locked up in style. What a turn that was, mate. Look at this from Connor Tracy, man. Johan Cruyff would have been proud of that one. Ben Cabango sent back to Swansea, glorious stuff, and it will indeed be our second win by 2 or more goals, which is embarrassing to say it, really. But first win by 2 or more goals, but second win by scoring 2 or more goals. As Dennis Shirkin dinks one in, but it should be headed away by Sanchez, and that is going to do it. Well, big test away in Paris, inconsistent run of form. This being an emerging club, they'll have their shot at a top 3 place themselves, but aim to keep them at bay and away from us. Perfect way to lay down our intentions this season. I don't want to finish just in a Europa League or Conference League spot. I want a Champions League place. Right, following game, let's end on this brilliant win there away in the French capital, and now let's follow it on with another big 3 points here at the Groupama Stadium, where we are still unbeaten. Next up is Marseille coming here right now, one of only 2 sides yet to taste defeat in the league. A win for them and will drop out of the top 3, I believe, but a win for us, and we could cut the gap on Strasbourg to just goal difference, as these 2 teams will be a dark horse for the title, with PSG so far still not clicking in 3rd place right now. So following game, big game between 2 dark horses for the title, Marseille in Lyon. Allez Lyon. So second half is about to get underway. It's been a really poor game so far, currently goalless, but to be honest, not surprised. A lot of the games have felt this way since the season began. And while she's got a good 2-0 win away in the French capital, this being a dark horse for the title like ourselves, and with PSG not firing all cylinders, yeah, I really believe that Marseille must be looking at themselves, Strasbourg must be looking at themselves, we need to be looking at ourselves as well and saying, with PSG not firing all cylinders, we've got to capitalise on this. We've got to get a good run of wins going and show that we can win Ligue 1 this season. Wasn't our intention at the start of the season. Oh, what a goal that would have been. But I might have to up the expectations. I still think top 3 is what we should be going for. But an outside shot at the title, why not? Our main goal will still be just make sure we get back in the Champions League and finish top 3, which is still going to be very impressive if we can do it in our first season. Ooh, first season of a rebuild. But again, you've got to remember, PSG are going to take one of those 3 spots. They might have struggled out of the gate, but they are still the best team in France despite the early struggle. So they are going to take one of the 3 spots. And that means only 2 to claim. Or with Strasbourg on fire right now, you put your money on them. So there's only 1 spot. There's only 1 spot. And oh, what a save from Cambadio as that was dipping towards the top corner. Marseille will be going for it. Monaco will be going for it. Paris FC will be going for it. Lille will be going for it. So, you know, if Strasbourg do hold on to what they're doing and PSG do recover, there's only 1 spot available. And if we're going to get there, we can't afford losses in games like this. Don't lose it. Don't lose it. Don't lose it. I'll take the point. I'll take the point. Good save again. And kept in play by Malo Gusto. The pace this guy's got is so good. So when he does get beaten and does get blown by, which does happen quite a bit to be fair, he's not the full package defensively, as Chelsea fans will tell you. His recovery is so quick, he can get back in the picture just like that. But 2 big saves by our man between the posts, and it does mean we'll probably grind out a goalless draw. It's not the result we were hoping for. It will be 4 clean sheets on the bounce, and it will keep our unbeaten start at home going in all competitions. But maybe opportunity missed to cut the gap on Strasbourg to goal difference. Maybe opportunity missed to prove we are worthy of a title this season, but it's the first season of rebuild, man. I'm not going to say no to a draw against one of the stronger teams in the country. Take it in stages, man. It's a long process in this rebuild. But that'll do it for today's episode of Career Mode, guys. Massive thank you for watching the episode. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have done, please drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day. I'll return in the next one. More big games in the Europa League, including Chelsea away at Stamford Bridge. Super excited for that. And we'll have PSG as well in our first meeting against the most dominant side in France. Have a great day, guys. Much love. And I'll see you for the next episode very soon.